Okay, let's do this. Hi loves! Today, hold on, I feel like you can tell what day it is once I hold this up. That was a great face. Today is Sexuality Saturdays, so that's why I have my big pride flag on me. I tried to put it in the back, didn't work. Why is that book up there? Don't worry about it. So today's Sexuality Saturday. So from our first Sexuality Saturday, I thought, why don't I tell my coming out story? What is going on here? Tell my coming out story. Yay! First of all, this is important. First of all, I for a long time identified as bisexual. Then I identified as a lesbian. And now I just identify as queer. So we're just gonna talk about me coming out as bisexual because literally I've come out so many fucking times. I've come out so many times, so I can't tell every single story. Maybe I think I'll make a Tumblr post about it, but I won't get into it in this video. So when I was a child, I basically had this best friend, and I'm not gonna name her name, but I had this best friend, and I would want to do everything with her, like everything. I always want to be around her, and I didn't understand what I felt, because whenever I have feelings for guys or I have feelings for girls, it's different. It feels different to me. I know people are like, love is the same thing, but for me it just feels different. So is my bra out? I hope not. So I didn't know, because I had feelings for, even at 4 years old. Even at 4 years old, I had a crush on this guy in my class, and then I had a crush on my friend. And I just understood I just wanted to be around her all the time and, you know, just talk to her. And but I was fucking gay. I was gay. But I didn't want to, you know, I didn't understand that because I was young. Skip forward a couple of years, a lot of years actually. I had crushes on girls throughout time, but I just never knew what it was. I didn't act on it. So, when I was in grade 7, there was this website, I'm not going to say the website's name, but there was this website, and in this website, you could go and talk, it's like you're like a little avatar, and you could go into different rooms. So the one room I would go into was like les and bi girls only room, and they would just talk about whatever. And I used to go into that room all the time. Like, I would go into it, and then I would talk to these girls and flirt with these girls. Because I'm a child. I would flirt with these girls, and then I would, like, immediately delete. Like, I would get out of the website, delete my whole history, and, like, never talk about it. I used to do that for years. Not years, like 2 years. For 2 years, I would do that all the time. And I'm like, well, like, it's just fun to talk to these girls. Like, they're just my gal pals. And, nah, it's because I'm gay. And I just didn't know that, and I didn't want to accept it. Skip forward a couple of years. I had crushes on girls, and I now understood that these feelings are feelings I'm having for girls. And in grade 10 is when I came out. So I remember I was super depressed because I realized I was bisexual. I was super depressed about it. And then one day I'm just like, fuck it, like I'm bisexual. Like literally it went from, I wish there's a transition state, but honestly it went from I hate it, I hate this so much to fuck it. Like there's nothing I can do about it. So that happened, and then finally to my coming out story. The first person I came out to was my in-school therapist because I was seeing someone because my whole ass is depressed. And so I went and I saw someone, and I was like, Lydia, I have to tell you something. And I started freaking out. And anyone who's ever come out understands that, or like came out and felt scared, understands that feeling you have. It's like you want to tell, but you don't want to tell at the same time. But you need to tell, and your throat tightens up, and it just gets hot. It's not a fun time. It's not fun. So I'm like, yeah, Lydia, I need to tell you something. And she's like, okay, did you hurt yourself or something? I'm like, no, I didn't do that. But I just want to tell you that I'm bisexual. And like, honestly, immediately I started crying. Like, I started bawling my eyes out. And then she was like, okay. She's like, it's fine, Kiana, like, it's not that big of a deal. And she was like, you are who you are, and you love who you love, it's not that bad, it's not a big deal. And I just remember crying. I'm like, thank you so much. I'm sorry that no one was gonna accept me. And I don't know why I thought that, because my next coming out story is I was the leader of my fucking GSA at school. GSA stands for Gay Straight Alliance, and I said that sentence weird, but we're gonna stick with it. That's what it stands for. So I was for grade 11 and grade 12, I was the leader of it. And so the next people I came out to was in grade 11, and that was at my GSA. And I came out and I was like, guys, I have to tell you something. And I was super scared. For some reason, I don't understand why I was fucking scared, because I'm at the GSA club, but whatever. And I was like, I'll tell you something. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I'm bisexual. And like everyone started clapping. It was honestly probably my favorite coming out to anyone. Because everyone was like, yay, Kiana, and like, ooh, join the gang. And other people were like, we fucking knew that. Everyone knew that. Everyone knew you were gay, but okay, or bisexual. We all assumed, but whatever. So that was my favorite. Okay, on to the not so good part of coming out to people. The day I came out, I think, was to my family, was December 4th. Yeah, because it was a Connor Fracton video that came out when he came out, is the day I came out. Because I was watching his video, and I was in my home, I was watching his video, and he said he came out as gay, and my mom was like, I don't understand why people still have to come out. She was like, everyone should just accept everyone, like, being gay is not a big deal, blah blah, she's going on. And I was just like, well, should just do this. So I came out, I was like, Mom, my sister was there too, I was like, Mom, and sister, insert sister's name, I have to tell you something. And she's like, they're both like, what? And I'm like, I'm bisexual. And like, it was silent for a bit, and then my mom's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm like, I've been out for a year and more actually. And she was just like, oh, okay. And like, she just started asking questions, what I knew, blah blah. That part was okay. On to my father. That part wasn't fun. So my mom, and I don't blame her, I'm not upset with her for this, but my mom said, when I told her, she was like, you have to tell your dad. You have to tell your dad. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with telling dad. I don't want to tell him. She's like, no, you have to. You have to tell him. You have to tell him. And I've kind of felt pressured and forced to come out. So I was like, okay, fine. Like, if I have to, I'll do it. And so my dad came home after work, and it was like 10 at night, and I remember this very vividly. I remember what he was wearing and everything. And he sat, and we're like, Dad, I was like, Dad, I have to talk to you. And so he was like, okay. And he got annoyed immediately, I guess because he could tell by the tone that it wasn't something that, we knew it was something that he was gonna like. And we're like, okay, just sit down, whatever. And then I'm like, Dad, I have to tell you something. And he was like, okay. I'm like, I'm bisexual. And then there was silence for a bit. And then he said, I don't want to hear that shit. And then he got up and he left. And our relationship has never been good. But after that, we didn't talk for 2 months. And yeah, we didn't talk for 2 months. And then we still don't really talk now. And I've tried to talk to him about it. I tried to talk to him that this isn't gonna change. This is how I feel. And he's just like, it's disgusting, whatever. So that part of it wasn't fun. But mostly, everyone has been accepting about it. The people that I actually care about have been accepting about it. So that's it. So that's it. That's me coming out as bisexual. Though again, I came out a bunch of times. I'll write a Tumblr post about it. But that was my coming out as bisexual. Again, That's not what I identify as anymore. I use the term queer. Oh my god. So yeah, that's my coming out story, and I hope you guys liked it. Well, honestly, there's some sad parts in it, so I hope you didn't like it too much. So I'll probably do actually a come out of my gender identity in a later video. But yeah, that's it for now. If you like me and you think I'm cute, subscribe, like, follow me on my social medias, because I'm pretty active on Twitter and Tumblr, and on my Tumblr I post a lot of my photos, so if you want to see how talented I am, I kid, I'm okay. No, you know what, I'm good, I need to be positive, I'm pretty good. So if you want to see all that stuff, I don't know what's happening with my hands, I fucking have jazz hands right now, but if you want to see me, yeah, follow me on my social medias, and thank you for watching, I really appreciate it. Bye loves!